Recording.
Alright, yeah, so where the hell did we begin? Oh yeah, we began with the fucking little thing putting rocks in my head. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I woke up that fucking day. As if, things can piss me off anymore. Little fucking, kobold thing was putting rocks in my head because they thought it was funny. Got one on. Almost got two, but I woke up. Honestly, would have tried something, but I just didn't give a shit at that point. They decided they wanted to go in through the window to wake everybody else up. That was fucking fun. Heard the dwarf screaming. That was good. Yeah, and, let me see what I fucking did. Right, there was breakfast. How did I forget shit? There was some breakfast, yeah, not much to say about that shit either. Bunch of things happened. Apparently, what's his, fucking... The kid got, the dwarf to let him outside, so that's fucking good. They, went out to go find some jobs with the local guild. Meanwhile, me and the kobold went out to go try to trace that guy who was tracking us, the one in the cloak. That, the kid and the dwarf saw on the way back. We, didn't find out much about him. We visited the home, apparently belonged to this grumpy old fucking fart. He actually wasn't that bad. He basically told us off, and, he seemed surprised at the fact that the guy was in his house. Wasn't anymore, just knocked a vase over some shit. Little kobold thing ain't that bad at, talking though, so that's a fucking surprise. Oh yeah, the kid and the dwarf found, two jobs. One about some fucking ice crab things that have been threatening the town or some shit I wasn't paying attention. And, the other one about some monster that was, locked in the cellar of an inn. Ate someone alive. Yeah, no, we went down, found the, monster, which was just a bunch of fucking bugs from Zealandis. I was expecting a lot more, but before I knew it was all gone. Kinda disappointed, not gonna lie. Aside from that, we, had that funeral to wrap it all up, but, yeah, no, it looks like we were worried for a reason, because the Lord just showed right the fuck up. Guess he wanted to pay his respects. After that, yeah, no, we started walking back, but yeah, everybody kind of thought we were being tailed, including me, so we split up. The half-elves went to the inn because we could tell that we're not welcome at the mansion, really. So, the kobold and I are going back to the mansion to tell them that we're leaving and pick up a few things that we left behind. And the half-elves are going there to secure us a, room. Aside from that, well, can't really shake the feeling that we're being watched, so guess we'll have to see what happens.
Okay. And with that, one thing, just a quick correction. You had 3 jobs. There was also the job to find out what was going on between the cities.
But I don't think I told them about that one.
Oh, okay. Bring it up just so the party remembers.
That's the one that we weren't going to do.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Sure.
There you go.
Because you didn't say that one.
Yeah, because I only brought up the ones that I was planning on actually doing.
Okay.
I mean, we
That one might take forever.
Just sure.
So with that, which group do we want to pick up at? Do we want to go back to the inn first, or would you guys like to get to your stuff done at the estate?
I can do either.
I mean, we're doing watches at the inn and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't mind. Can we say that at some point Welcome would have gone back to like, I guess, turn in the one quest and grab the other one?
Oh yeah, Welcome was staying at the bar.
Yeah,
for
Welcome
a bit
Welcome was at the inn.
with August.
But I figured at some point he would have gone back to the guild hall.
Yeah, I mean, that's a quick. We don't really need to RP that quickie.
Yeah.
So
I was just saying, that would have been
You got
done.
your 20 gold, and then you picked up the flyer for the next job.
Yeah, and then I paid the 2 gold because
Yeah,
that was
2
a
gold
thing.
fee. Yep. Okay, so you are now back at the Wintercrest Inn, where you and Otlius are having your time drinking your days away, deciding to missing the funeral.
You probably shouldn't go back.
You're probably right, lad.
Let's swirl my drink around just to pass the time, and like say, I think she'll hate me more when she goes back to her house, and it's like out of the funeral, and she sees my face. And
Well, it's definitely a sensitive time for them, so it would be best if we stayed out of sight for the time being.
should we tell them? Oh, I need to write a letter and put it on Lou and get Lou to find them. I
Well,
start
we can
doing that little
we can go
thing.
get them a bit later.
Okay, I start doing that. And just sit with Malcolm.
Okay, so as you two are sitting down, enjoying enjoying might be the wrong word. Consuming your drinks, Alivor and Talitha enter the inn after returning back from the funeral. As the pair of you see them entering from the entrance.
I
That
don't.
was fortuitous timing.
Well, it's fortuitous timing. I look over.
Yeah, gesture over.
Oh.
I'll head over.
Say, as they're walking over, I'll say, you still want to send over Lou with a message?
Well, there's people missing, isn't there? There's a significant
Lack of
like
scaliness.
gap. Yeah. Isn't there like supposed to be a tall, imposing figure somewhere? I drink more of my drink.
I'm gonna poke him, and I'm gonna poke him. I'm gonna use my lay on hands to get rid of his drunkenness.
I just like my eyes widen at the like, oh shit, but then they just become dejected that he's not drunk anymore.
Kid, you're already sad enough when you're sober. I don't need to deal with you being sad drunk as well.
Not to get more. Come over here, you two. Jesus.
I said I was making my way over.
Talitha's
Making my
gonna
way
be
down
following behind.
How'd it go?
How do you expect it was a funeral?
Well, okay.
The Lord showed up though.
Oh. Did he say anything? That's not normal?
Not exactly, but I'm pretty sure he noticed me.
I while sitting at the stool, I just lean in towards Welcome and be like, "See, I told you we should have gone."
Kid, you've made this too complicated for our own good.
I'm trying to fix it. Maybe I can send a letter to the Lord instead.
Maybe. Problem for tomorrow, if you ask me.
Okay. Sorry, anyway. Was it peaceful at least?
Well, no
Oh,
fights broke out.
Okay. I just turn back and continue to sip restart my drinking process after that lay on hands.
Hi, you're looking for another drink then, are you? As Winchester walks, Eddie Wintercrest walks towards you and starts filling up your drinks.
Thank you.
I will look at him, tap on the bar to get his attention. Good innkeeper, what state are your rooms in?
Well, they're clean and empty if that's what you're looking for.
How many beds per room?
Well, generally, depending on what you want, we got 2 beds per room, or if you want an extravagant, 1 bed per room. Of course, if you want to sleep in the common rooms, that'd be where everybody sleeps up in one area, no real privacy. You're looking at, 25 beds per room.
Just give me 3 rooms.
Is that a single bed or double bed?
Double.
Okay, just starts marking it down. That'll come out to be 2 silver a day per room.
Simple enough. I will put, I got to do some quick math.
6 silver for a day.
Right, I know that much.
It's 30. It's 36 silver total if you're going to pay for the full 6 days till you leave. So 3 gold.
Funny story. I have 200 copper.
The man who
Why do you
pays
have
with
200 copper?
Because I spent my gold outfitting the rest of us and buying fucking part on that shit.
But why is it copper?
That's what I have left.
Everybody looks at Alivor.
Welcome just looks at Alivor, like moving copper pieces while counting them over like the rim of his mug.
That's 2 gold pieces.
So you give him the 200 copper, leaving you short of 1 gold, 6 silver for the entire 6 days worth of rent you'll need.
I slide over the remaining 1 gold, 6 silver. Because I have exactly 6 silver.
So Alivor just takes out a sack full of pennies to pay his rent. Wilcrum puts over to Eddie, takes the large sack of coins, goes, well, then this all taken care of. 6 days for 3 rooms, and all ready for you.
Wonderful.
Hope you all enjoy your stay in the Wintercrest Inn.
I'm sure it'll be lovely.
Oh, I bet. Kind of looks around at all of you. Just so I know, get your keys. Oh, who's staying with who there for sleeping arrangements?
Who the fuck knows right now?
Yeah, very well. Here's your 6 keys then. Obviously doubles for each, and you all work that out for yourselves.
Appreciated.
You're quite welcome. So is
What?
that?
Nah, I just like look at where the keys are moving at.
Here, Oliver. Give me 2 of the keys. I'll share a room with the kid.
Here you go. I will hand over 2 of the keys to him.
Okay.
Obviously, give the spare to Otlius.
And I'll say, as you guys have worked out your sleeping arrangements for the time being, we'll head over back to Eleanor's house as Locke and Archon approach.
Kind of like take a glance over my shoulder. Surprised we didn't get jumped on the way.
Why would you say that?
No, I don't know.
Well, it is whatever. Well, we should be fine, though.
Hmm.
I would at least hope that your figure is intimidating enough to let us pass through without ease. Or without a problem.
I guess it's the kind of thing that happens when you live in Draconolis.
Mm-hmm.
As I kind of step up and knock on the door.
You knock on the door as the door opens up, and the butler Jenkins once more opens the door. You having fun, Cam, exploring the mansion?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out where everyone is so I can see something. But it literally won't let me move my token over walls. I can only
Because
move
I
my...
have-
Cam.
Yeah, because it's dynamic lighting.
Yeah, dynamic lighting. Man.
Yeah,
I
can see
control
now.
you being able to go up and down stairs. In any case, it's not like it's necessary for you to see the map.
I don't know, I just want to. It's just weird looking at a black screen, okay?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so as Jenkins. Ah, yes, Mr. Archon and Locke. It's good to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Good to see you, too. We're here to pick up our companions' items, I suppose, that they probably left behind.
Very good, then. There, now everyone can see the map. Please follow me, and I will get your stuff ready.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
messing up. I need to like reload roll 20.
No.
Dynamic lighting just broke for me. Now I'm like, oh dear.
Ah, me too. Okay.
Hold up, I'll reload the maps. Probably all that happened. How's that
Oh,
better?
don't worry. I fixed it.
No.
But thank you anyways.
Any case, the butler leads you. Again, I turned it off so everybody can see the map. It's not like it's important at this point.
Go
Jenkins will
fight something.
lead you upstairs for you two to gather your things as he goes. I'm afraid the mistresses and master are not in the best of moods for the time being, but I'm sure they will be happy to know that you have gathered your supplies and enjoyed your stay here while you had.
Exactly.
Yes. Also, would you pass on a message of our thanks and
Yes.
apologies that we might have overstayed our welcome a little bit.
I'm sure it was okay. Miss Eleanor seemed to be happy to have you around at least, but the father and mother, obviously, Master Richard and Mistress Maybelline, are a bit more reserved in the subject matter.
I would assume so, but thank you for being kind to us.
It is a butler's duty to always be the prim and properness of all things proper and kindness.
Let's get out things and we'll get out of your hair.
Very well then. Guys, head upstairs to gather your things and collections. Just for fun, roll me a perception check.
Fucking hell. Dude.
Okay.
Ah,
1950.
legitimate surprise.
We have a +4. It's not that bad.
I do have a +4.
I have a +5.
So as the pair of you are gathering and looking around for your stuff, you do kind of hear what sounds to be strange hushed whispers coming from some of the rooms as you're moving about. As Richard's just like, "Did you see the way the Lord was there looking at Miss Tell? That was very odd. I wonder what that was all about." And you kind of look over. You hear the voice of Eleanor go, "Father, I'm sure it's nothing. Things are they as they are. I'm sure he probably just mistaken her for someone else. After all, Miss Tell has only been here for a day or two. How would she even know the Lord?" Well, you said you met them up in the mountains. Tell me, did they ever tell you why they were up there?
I immediately usher Archon to just keep, like, let's just hurry up. Let's just get going.
Do you guys just keep pushing around, keep going?
Yeah, we're like booking it at this point. Trying not to make,
Oh,
I'm trying not to
obvious.
make a choice.
Well, obviously.
Which is weird
Archon
because
is-
Locke and Archon are the two people in the party that don't.
Actually, there's
weren't
only
in
two
trouble.
of you left that aren't in trouble at the right now. Everybody else retired their trouble characters.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
still worried about them. So I'm like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to get the stuff and get the hell out of Dodge.
Because
Yeah,
Locke knows
Archon.
what happened, because Locke was hired to get the daughter back, so Locke's
Yeah.
got an understanding.
Locke understands, but also Locke didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I know that. Locke
Well-
still cares that you guys were from there.
I hardly think it's gonna matter eventually. But yeah, we don't arouse suspicion from the motherfucking butler. But yeah, we get our stuff as quick as we can.
Yeah, we're like, nope, we're good. Bye.
Yes,
Just kind of.
rather eager to leave, I see, but I suppose I understand. The situation is rather uncomfortable at the moment. Do give my condolences to the rest of your crew, and kind of bit of a scowl crosses Jenkins' face. It goes, "Tell the little one that I do not care for his ilk at the moment." As he closes the door, as you guys leave.
Mm-hmm. So, Archon, would you like to talk to Alvor about where we're going?
I was thinking of that, but given how busy this fucking
Yeah.
day is.
I was just wondering, do you want to do it right now, like when we get back, or would you rather wait?
I think we should wait until tomorrow. Hopefully it
would-
won't be as, well, I'm already pissed, so who knows how he's feeling.
Why are you mad?
Formality shit pisses me off. I just kind of, like, nod back at the mansion.
I mean, I suppose it'd be a bit annoying, but we will be traveling on an island, or we'll be traveling on a ship for some time now, and there's not going to be much formality besides being commonly decent, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
I
you'll be
guess.
stuck with the same people in a very closed-off area for some time.
Exactly.
Well, I hope you can find someone that you at least enjoy the company of.
I prefer being alone. You know that by now, don't you?
I suppose, yes, but company isn't always that bad. Especially when it's like-minded people, or you have interests of at least similar experiences, you know, like. Miss
Interesting
Kiori,
enough to keep people together.
Miss Kiori did seem to like you,
Yeah,
what she told me.
still don't get it.
I'm just gonna shrug. You could probably tell she likes the most oddities, I suppose.
Most
at least-
people, yeah.
Yeah.
She, gravitated toward me pretty quick. Maybe it's because I'm a dragonborn.
Or it's because you're nice to her.
Nicer than the others.
At the very least, that's something. And thank you for taking care of her.
She was with me and I had to take care of my own skin, so there you go.
I want to insight check this actually.
Sure.
Yeah, roll your insight check, and obviously Archon, roll your you know what? Never mind.
Okay.
Walk as
Yeah.
you look Archon up and down.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
I'm telling if he's lying, correct?
Yeah, actually, to be fair, do roll me a deception or a
Fair.
GM
So,
layer to know
with
whether
my
you're lying or
thing-
telling the truth. So
My
GM
modifier.
layer.
Oh yeah, you said yes. This is about me lying. So
I have
even
a
at a nat
14.
1,
Yeah, I
you
have a
do have a
14.
14. All right, let's hope this actually goes to GM because the one time I actually did it, it did not work.
You just had
You can do it.
Oh my god!
Right?
Even the nat 1 would have succeeded.
I guess I'll PM her.
Yep, you can
Yeah,
PM her.
sure.
Okay.
Oh, I get the secrets.
Is this your first? All right, cool.
I'm happy. I like to know when
Mm.
people are lying and telling me things. That's why do you think I played Sherlock?
That's fair. All right. So how am I gonna put this? Sorry,
I
this is
don't
gonna
know.
take a second because I think about these things.
That is fair. While you're thinking about putting that over, I
please.
guess we'll just jump back to the inn. So you guys are gathered around now, all of you now. For the sake of easiness, I'll put you at a table since you guys are now too big to be at the bar. So there you go. You're all at the table.
If Welcome doesn't interject, I'm still drinking, but I'm not like sculling or anything. I just like sip every now and again. As I have a mug in front of me.
I'm not stopping you from drinking. I'm just stopping you from being
Stopping
drunk
from
when you
getting
start
drunk?
when you start becoming sad drunk. No sad
Okay,
drunks
sad.
at this fucking table.
So as you guys are drinking and having a chat about your rooms and discussing what you may or may not have to do in the future, I'll say you just have this moment of clarity as you hear these couple guards kind of speaking over here from the left. Everyone can roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
Oh, I'll take that.
Shit. In the arms of...
So the drunken Otlius doesn't pick up anything. You, on the other hand, Wilcrim, are the only one who picks up what seems to be a bit of a conversation coming from the guards. It's like, you've been hearing about the weird things been going on? Yeah, figures in the night and such. It's been odd. Freaking me out. What the fuck's going on in this town of late? But that, tell you it's not worth the pay sometimes.
Grover. Do you hear that, Alavora?
Indeed, and it is a headache for somebody else.
Now, that may be true, but need I remind you that we have definitely been followed at least once before.
Yes, but we don't know by whom, if it is these weird people or other agencies. He kind of side-eyes over towards Atlius a moment.
Well, just keep in mind that other people's problem may very well become our problem soon.
Yes, well, we're in the unique situation of keeping a low profile.
And doing a terrible job of it, I might add.
Going around saving a town is not low profile.
Well, neither is making up stories about slaving to the Lord, or, reading out the vows at a funeral or whatever. I would say all in all, we've done a pretty awful job.
Yes.
I sink further into my drink and into my chair.
Not stack
Talith, on
onto
the other
those.
hand, is glaring across the table now.
I'll like raise my glass in your direction and take a drink.
Olivor will just throw his empty money sack on the table and just lean back in his chair.
Oh, don't you worry about that. We've got a job lined up that can at least get us a bit more coin.
Right.
That said, we had to register names with the guild, so only me and Otlius should go to collect.
That's fine.
Shouldn't be too difficult for us to deal with either. Just hopefully it'll give us enough to pay for our passage.
So we're still gonna go get the ice crabs?
I don't see why we shouldn't get the ice crabs.
Okay.
Don't think you guys have enough money to survive without it.
Yeah, well, I got like 30 gold, and I think that's the most money that anyone has in the party.
Well, in any case, Avalor and Ares, you guys done?
I'm finished.
Okay. So I'll say at this point, as you guys are walking back from, or what were you guys planning to do?
Go right back to the inn with our stuff.
Okay, so you guys, I'll say at this point, as they're having this conversation, chatting, the pair of you walk in carrying the bags of stuff. And when I say you guys, I mean specifically Alivor, while Locke probably just carries a single bag due to their diminished size.
Unless Lockwood wants to continue the conversation on the road. That's it.
Yeah. If
No,
you guys
no.
want-
I think
Okay.
what I have is sufficient evidence enough to
Cool.
yeah, just I didn't expect it, but I suppose it could work.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
just open the door and just announce, we're back.
To the entire inn.
Yes.
Meanwhile, everybody in the inn stops, looks over at the little kobold standing in front of this giant white dragonborn. It's a very odd image.
Khan just crosses on.
Talitha just pinches the bridge of her nose.
I look over my shoulder. I don't know them.
Archon just crosses his arms, just kind of like looks down at the kobold, just kind of like his shin kind of like hits their back. He just crosses his arms and says, "Go back to your drinks." Look at
They
the
all-
loud mouth.
Look back,
Seeing-
go back to their
see-
drinks. Beautiful about just having a conversation of low profiles.
Actually, just really quickly, would Archon just be walking? Where would he be walking? Just wondering.
Archon would. Let me see. So there's a guest over there. He would be. He would be headed directly this way over to the bar.
All right, how much is he holding, by the way?
Me?
Probably not much, though, right?
Not much more than what I own. I figure you got the rest.
Yeah, I
Whatever
don't think we
you
would
guys
have
have
left.
kept
All right, I want to trip him
Yeah,
on the way.
You're gonna trip me?
Okay,
What are you gonna do? Lay down in front of him?
I mean, unfortunately, a trip is an athletics check, so roll your athletics.
Never mind. I thought it was like something else. It's my.
Yeah, no,
Actually-
it's yeah, to defend against
You're
these
like-
acrobatics.
But you're like literally like a fifth his size. How the fuck are you planning on tripping him?
No,
I don't know.
I thought of it, but
Tail wrap? That'd be my only
Gusty.
thing.
goes to trip, ends up being punted.
Right into the bar, slides across the table. Drinks
Actually, no,
are
I-
everywhere.
I'm okay
I
with
do
this.
have an idea though. Like, you know those ball bearings, right?
Well, that could work.
That could work.
Can I, like, as he's like walking, like before he takes a step, I'm just gonna just quickly just like throw, like, just you know, in those movies, right, where you just like take your thumb and like your pointer finger, you just like chuck
Flick
it
it.
almost. Yeah, flick it.
Yeah.
It's just as I'm walking though, very casually. Like, I'm not. This is just not. I'm me doing it.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check, Locke, just to see if you're unseen doing this first.
Plus
Alright.
I'm really small though, and he's busy doing something else. Would it be?
I
with
know,
advantage?
it's a sleight of hand.
Okay. I just
Would
don't
I
wanna
do
fail.
perception then?
Natural 20.
Well,
Okay.
that's obviously not going to matter because your max perception is 24, so,
Indeed.
Archon, as you're walking, roll me a dex save.
He gets a 15.
Can I... Wait, can I see if I notice this?
It's
There
a
is something I
natural
wanted to
20,
do.
guys. Unless you got a plus 6 to
Ah,
your
okay,
perception, you
Hmm.
guys, you'd have to have at least a plus 6 to your perception to catch this.
And
I don't notice the.
can't
I
help.
don't notice the. I don't notice the ball bearing, but I noticed. I saw
Archon
something
isn't
bad's
trip
gonna
anyway.
fucking happen.
He's not gonna trip anyway.
Archon,
He
you
does
kind of
step on
like
it.
hit this marble and it just crushes under your foot as you keep walking.
I was actually. I could do that, but I could also do like. No, actually, he doesn't notice. But yeah, no, we'll go with the crush. We'll go
Yeah,
with the
just
crush.
crush as you keep walking.
Didn't even notice. We're like, huh? Must have been a bug. Like, piece of solid metal. Yeah, no, I walk over to the bar, see that Locke has just straight up walked over to everybody else side of myself, and
Ah, you're not Dragonbot. I was here earlier, the one that killed all the buggies downstairs, right?
yep, exactly.
Ah, it's good to see you again. Your companion's over there if you're looking for... He got rooms for you and everything.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Just get up and leave.
Well, you're welcome.
Don't think I've ever heard Archon say thanks before.
He's honestly just saying it just to fucking not kill people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
In the conversation.
Counts.
It
Did
does
end
not
up
count.
using
Screw
that
all of you.
It counts.
It does not count.
If you're trying to get
The
yourself on
100%
the
counts.
chair, Avalon, you gotta hold down Alt so you can move your token around like that anywhere.
Oh, I thought it was shift. Alright, thanks.
No, it's Alt, yep.
Hmm.
Did you go with the 18 or did they end up using the 15? By the way.
He rolled the
Uh,
18, so you didn't use the 15.
Okay, cool. I keep drinking.
Oh,
Plus,
thanks,
you
though.
can't call
Appreciate
it unless you know what's happening. That's literally in the rules of that skill set.
Well, it's not. I'm not changing the bearing. I'm changing his save on it.
Yeah,
Right.
But you didn't see it because the sleight of hand check was perfect. In any
Okay.
case,
Hmm.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it says you have to see the person or see what's happening. But I could be wrong. But either case, it didn't.
I'm-
Yeah, he rolled it. So,
I'm
Hmm.
curious now, so I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
so as the
I have to see the creature making the save, not the source of the save.
okay.
Alright, well. Yeah, Archon just kind of lowers himself into the chair. You hear the chair fucking creak because he's over 300 pounds.
Getting plenty of people looking back over at you again as you hear this. "Arrgh!"
I glare at them.
They kind of look back and go back to their food and drinks.
There you go.
A nice low profile.
Look, I can't help this one, okay?
Oh, no, that wasn't directed at you, my friend. As I look at Alivor.
He's just going to toss 2 keys over to the other 2, get up and go to his room.
So Alvor gets up and heads towards his room. Are the rest of you doing anything today, or are you also going to retire for the night?
It was like late afternoon, right?
Yeah,
Like
you
it
guys,
wasn't
are getting,
nighttime yet.
you guys are getting close to evening after all this. It's probably, I would say it actually is evening after all of this.
Okay, well then there's not really much point in going out to try and do anything, so I'll just sit at the table and keep drinking until everyone else decides to go to bed.
I'll just sit around more watching people.
Hell.
After a while, after we eat dinner or something, I just walk up to the bartender and ask if it's okay to bring mugs to the room, or if is that like bad? I don't know if they do things differently up north.
You're trying to bring what to the room?
My
His
mug
drink.
of drink.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Go up there and take it.
Okay, and I just sullenly march off towards Welcome and I's room.
You're not drinking, Archon?
Nah, like to keep alert.
You're right. You never know what dangers will lurk in an inn.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Locke will just do just a
Takes a
quick
sip.
rar.
His eyes just narrow.
He just he nods towards Locke. Terrifying.
I know, right?
He just sighs, rolls his
Maybe
eyes.
to a child.
Oh, you flatter me, so tell. I just give her a little bit of a wink.
She rolls her eyes.
Actually, I did want to tell you something, Talitha.
Are there? Sorry, before we
I
do
don't know,
that, are there
I
like
should
barmaids
What?
walking
You
around?
wanna tell me?
Oh yeah, there's waitresses and stuff serving.
I'll like call out for 2 drinks, and then when they get delivered, I'll slide one to Archon and one to Talitha.
Okay, that's 2 copper.
One to me, sorry?
Yeah, one to Archon, one to Tel.
Okay.
The barmaid serves up
so-
your drinks.
2 copper.
The family is suspicious of you all, mostly just you, Talitha. I thought I'd give you a warning and be
Of
nice.
course.
This, the way we're looking at you.
Mm-hmm. And the trip you made, they're wondering, where you're actually from.
Hmm.
So, just be careful.
Well, now that we're out of their place, should be easier. Don't think they're gonna come after us for themselves like that.
Agreed. I don't think Eleanor will let them do something like that.
Still,
Well, without her
Lord's domain,
consent.
though. That's who we need to worry about.
Yeah.
Or I need to worry about.
What did you do to him?
It's not what I did. It's what Oslius did.
Fulcrum stifles a laugh into his.
He's interested in slaves? What? I'm confused, sorry.
Probably.
Zelda kinda,
slaves are not
hushes her
uncommon in
tone.
this land. In fact, most nobles would own slaves. It's,
Especially the
pretty
half-elf type.
common.
Mm-hmm.
He's well, he said himself that he was interested in getting some more, so he probably
Gotta-
found it a bit suspicious having a slave, deliver those vows or whatever. What are they called? I don't care.
Right. They're
Right.
right.
Right, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't want to say no after what happened.
More than
No,
I would have done.
It's not your fault. What happened. I'm not gonna lay the blame on you. It's just
I mean-
unfortunate.
I mean, when I was asked to give the rites to the funeral.
No, I know what you meant.
That was very kind of you, yes, but you shouldn't do much else besides things that are necessary around here. And And personally, I'm just wondering where everyone wants to go. I'm just curious.
Well, we
The
booked
idea-
a passage to Zelandis, I'm pretty sure.
No, we booked it to Draconolis, but the plan was Zelandis.
Right, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And let's just say I suggest we don't go to our home country.
Agreed.
We left it for a reason.
Well, you can take that up with Elivor, I suppose.
I'll be doing exactly that tomorrow, because I could tell that fucking bastard ain't happy. I ain't gonna get a peep out of him like this.
Isn't he always like this though?
No, he actually ain't.
From what I've seen, he's usually a bit more glib.
From what I've seen of him, he's been down ever since I've been here. But I offend him somehow.
I don't
Who
believe
can
so.
tell?
I think so.
I'm just keeping my distance from him just in case.
No, he's usually a little more mouthy than this. Looks like he's dealing with something.
Maybe. Or
He's
maybe
lost
that's...
that silver tongue of his.
Hasn't he? Seriously. I was almost surprised when he pulled that.
Maybe he is considering what I said. But maybe I'm right.
What'd you say?
What he
You
was.
referring to that warlock comment of yours?
Yes.
No, I don't think that really bothered him that much, but that's just me.
I think it did.
I don't.
I think it was a bit weird of you to say, but I don't think it was upsetting.
I've dealt with a few in my time, and let's just say it never ends well.
Well, that's his fucking problem.
Well, does any borrowed power really work out well?
Agreed.
Does that count for the
powers,
holy types too?
Talda just kind of leans back in her seat and sips from her stein.
I mean,
Yeah, it does. Higher powers are finicky.
aren't you a paladin?
That I am.
Are you sure you should be saying this then?
Well, I wasn't always a paladin.
Yes, but won't your god get a little, you know...
I've never been the pious one. I don't even know why I got these powers, if I'm being honest. A lifetime of bad deeds and one good one. It doesn't make sense to me.
So, you're unwillingly a paladin.
Oh, kind of. Not gonna say that I dislike it, but I would never fully rely on these powers.
And Talitha? Did you choose to become a cleric? Or were you almost thrusted with the power of being one, like, Welcome over here?
Oh no, this was my choice.
Do you like that choice?
Mm. Yeah.
Insight check. I'm sorry, I'm like...
She just wants the inside at every opportunity.
I'm Sherlock! Look, I want to know the things, I want to know the secrets. No
Hey,
secrets.
tell you know what to do.
Oh, what is it exactly?
If in GM Lair, if you're trying to lie, roll me a deception check. If you're just telling the truth, roll me a persuasion check.
On the left side of your sheet, go from
Okay.
Publix to GM.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I'm gonna do one too, just for fuck of it.
A converting Archon to Sherlockism.
Never.
Archon is now
one of
Watson
us.
official.
Yeah.
Archon is Watson.
Oh my god!
I am okay with this.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Welcome doesn't bother looking into it. He's just taking her at face value.
I love this.
Telling
though.
the truth.
All right, that's good. Locke almost
So
looked
what-
kind of a bit relieved at hearing that.
Well, so what made you do it? Was that about being high and mighty, a noble purpose?
You had nothing else better to do?
Was that directed at me or Tell?
Just in general. I don't know. I don't really deal with the holy types, so I'm not
Yeah.
really.
You can
knowing
tell
why people
Welcome,
do it.
Tell can tell that Welcome's genuinely interested. He's not asking these questions to be a dick. He genuinely wants to know.
Locke is too, but Locke just doesn't understand what a cleric and a paladin really like. Why would someone want to do that?
She kind of sets down the stein and shifts a little in her seat. She seems a little uncomfortable talking about it.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just asking.
You say you'd rather not and be done with it. Jeez.
It's a big burden. It's a lot of responsibility to take on this kind of power. To do so willingly is, well, it's interesting to me.
Okay.
That's all right. You don't have to talk about it.
Maybe another time.
Just give you a nod. Well, what about you, Locke? Would you do something like that to gain power, knowledge,
Do what? Make a contract?
make a contract, a pact, take on power?
Hell no.
Not even for all the knowledge in the world.
I'm not interested in knowledge.
You
Or
seem to be
power.
interested in people, from what I've seen. You love asking questions and scrutinizing them, don't you?
That's kind of what I do for a living.
But, well, yes. But, so you're telling me that, given the opportunity to just know everything, you wouldn't take that?
No,
Interesting.
I've seen what it can do to a person.
That's fair enough.
Locke almost seems very uncomfortable with the question.
Welcome will just lean back in his chair and take a swig. Well, I will admit that it's a lot.
I kind of leans back as well, kind of head back. I feel like the chair doesn't even reach the top half of his back, so he leaning his head back doesn't really do anything. But he just kind of looks down at the flag in front of him, just kind of swipes it off the table, and kind of just takes a fucking gulp.
Now that's the spirit, lad.
Yeah. And he finishes off about half of it before putting it down, which he doesn't seem short of breath or anything. He's got some fucking constitution.
A bit of ale never hurt anyone. A lot of ale, on the other hand. It's a different
We figure out-
story. It's a different story, and I would have quite a few of them.
Shit, you're that type.
Well, being in the forces, you see. Lots of lads that can't hold their ale but have something to prove.
I
There was
couldn't deal
one
with that
night.
shit.
Oh, it's... depends. When it's directed at you, it's a fucking pain in the ass. But when it's directed at other people, it's a good time. There was one night, 2 new lads in the forces, both got piss drunk, got into an argument, and of course the rest of us eventually got them into a drunken duel. One of them stabbed their own foot.
Hakan just kind of leans forward at this point, kind of like a claw on his knee. I'm listening.
Stabbed his own foot, didn't even fucking realize.
How did
Shit.
Duel
he stab his own foot?
dropped his sword.
What a dumbass.
Dropped his sword, picked it up, and kept on fighting. Probably only lasted maybe 2 minutes, but the lad was bleeding from his foot the entire time.
Shit. That's more than some other people I could say. I'll
So,
give him that.
Didn't do anything about it. Let him sleep it off and go to medic in the morning.
How much blood was all over the bed when he was done?
Oh, a surprising amount. Probably like the bottom half of it was gone red.
And he was fine.
Oh, he wasn't fine. Definitely wasn't in any fights after that.
I was about to say, humans can't do that shit.
Oh no, the kid was not in the army after that one. Still, it made for a funny sight, seeing 2 drunk lads squaring off.
Wasn't as much like an actual fight, was it?
Oh,
Somewhat.
absolutely not. It was like a mama's show.
Shit. Would have liked to see it.
It was a sight to behold, that's for sure. Lots of lads trying to prove their worth. You know, a lot of humans in the forces, not so many other ones, so every time a new kid thought he could square up against me in the drinking contest, it didn't end well.
Yeah. Which one were you in? Force.
Well, what was the fucking dwarven country called again? I forgot.
The Dwarven country is known as...
Is that Thalenhind?
Yeah, Thalenhind.
Thalenhind.
Thalenhind, yeah.
Well, I left Thalenhind before I was of age to join the military, but joined the forces in Madonia.
You know, something
Yeah.
fucking told me.
Something, was an infantryman for a while before becoming a guard after, well, rising in the ranks a bit.
Not bad. A bunch of standing around and shit, or you actually do something with it?
Well, let's just say I had a lot of assignments that I probably shouldn't talk about in an inn.
Alright.
A story for another time. Perhaps when we're on the road.
Sounds good to me.
Well, what about you? Surely you have some stories from your travels, your fights.
Let's fucking see. Honestly, a lot of them were from this kingdom.
As it tends to be, this kingdom's not exactly polished.
Seriously, and they acted too. Pisses me off. Well, yeah, there was this one time where I was walking on the road all alone. And, you know, the typical shit. Trees on the side, fucking forest, and... It's fucking funny, the guy thought he could hit me. Just saw a crossbow bolt go, like... It wasn't even right in front of my face, it hit the dirt on the other side of the fucking road. He was nowhere close. And then I hear him shouting as if that wasn't gonna give him away. And I'm fucking looking, and there's another two guys standing there. They don't even have their fucking blades out. They got like a couple of shorter swords on their sides. They don't even fucking have them out. Look like a bunch of fucking party boys. They were real easy pickings.
Lads that think they can strike it out on their own. Don't even know how to wield a sword. Plenty of them in the army.
They fucking tried, though. Didn't even get a hit
That's why
on
they
them.
make him in. That's why they make him infantry. Disposable, really.
The guy with the crossbow fucking tried, though. Really knew how to keep his distance. Didn't last too long, though.
Well, gotta hand him that at least.
Hmm.
What about you two? Got any stories?
Some of my stories. Oh dear.
Let me guess, we're better on the road.
No, more of the sense that if I told you, that might get me killed.
Try me.
Oh yeah, I forgot where you work.
I told you, it might get me killed.
Surely, being paid to find people you've seen something funny at least. Something harmless.
That's one of my most easiest jobs I've had to do, actually. I don't get told to do that, and I've seen many things that I wish I didn't in my time working.
What, you've never been paid to spy on a nobleman's wife? Good things
I got paid to
sleeping
sleep with her.
around? Now that sounds like a story I want.
You what?
Let's just say that back home, I made a name for myself courting ladies.
Shit,
That
don't you know
sounds
better?
like something else.
That used to be the old me. I've changed. I'm not that kobold I used to be.
Ah, sure you're not. Come on, Tell, aren't you swooning?
She glares.
I'm a one-woman kobold now. I'm sorry, Tell. Back in my prime, though. Maybe, but no, sorry. You can see that
Welcome's
Locke
just
is
grinning.
jesting with you. Like Locke is not being serious at all when he says Liz.
Welcome is grinning ear to ear while looking at Tell.
Archon just swipes the mug off his table and finishes it off.
But it was interesting though. But pretty much I was hired to get some information about her husband. And through being a waiter and a butler for her, it took some time, but it took a few very dangerous moves on my part, but it took me about a month to get the information I needed.
And what, to get that information, you slept with his missus?
Yes. Let's just say I can be very
Ah.
persuasive. I knew
Was
what she
there
wanted.
no
Uh-oh. You there, Ares? Can't hear ya. Anybody else there? I can't hear anybody either. I think we're all dead. Hello?
What's going on?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, okay. That's weird. We can hear each other.
Okay, I can hear it now.
Yeah, everybody's got to log out and log back. Yeah, everyone log out,
Okay.
log in. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
That was weird. I think we need a message.
Yeah, everyone log out, log in.
No, just. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I think we're all good now.
Musical
Champ?
service.
Yep.
Musical Discord.
D-Rap? Okay, we're all
Yep.
back in.
Okay. Do you want to continue?
Huzzah!
That was a
Amazing.
weird glitch.
Okay, did it cut
Out of
off?
nowhere.
Where?
Uh,
what
Yes,
where
it
I
cut
lost
off.
you
We didn't hear what you
guys.
said.
Yeah, we cut off right when you were talking.
Oh, okay. So, did you have to sleep with this woman and ruin a marriage just to get information? There was nothing else you could do?
I mean, I tried, but she knew what she wanted. And let's just say that I was something that she wanted.
Hmm.
Fucking
She
weird.
wasn't happy. It was a political marriage.
That is classic. Nothing pisses off a noble more than encroaching on his territory.
I got the information I wanted, and let's just say how I got out was him running off almost half naked, finding me, and throwing probable weapons at me as I ran off. I got what I wanted, though.
I knew you would have had a story or two.
Nah,
What about
That's
you,
fucking
Tell?
funny.
their marriage was
I-
already ruined before I even got there, Talitha.
There's not too much for me to say. I grew up on a farm. I've dealt with some bandits and some wolves, but that's basically about it. My brothers, my brothers are a little different. They're more the rowdy types.
How many?
Well,
do you
surely you
have?
got some stories of them doing something dumb.
I have 3 brothers.
Oh wow, older, younger.
2 are older, 1's younger.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a twin sister.
Oh,
You got a twin?
Yeah.
Did not expect that.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Do
you never
understand?
pulled any pranks on people with your twin.
No, not really.
That seems like a wasted opportunity, if you ask me.
I suppose. I mean, I'm not really the trickery sort.
Well, I wouldn't say I am either, but sure I could have figured out something.
Do you mind if I actually inside check that, if you don't mind?
Go ahead.
Just Wilcrum starts thinking as like this is going on. He turns to Archon, says,
Can you imagine starting a fist fight with a twin? How confused that guy would be?
Shit.
Now that would be fucking golden.
Right? Shit, that'd be something I'd like to fucking see.
Also, another reason why I don't want to go back to my home country is because the moment I set foot there, many people might want me dead.
I mean, it ain't much different than getting drafted, so... Shrugs.
Let's just say it might be a bit worse and more painful.
It does seem like your line of work would net you quite a few enemies.
A few. Oh. But yeah, that's another reason why I don't want to go. Well, pretty much the main reason.
Well, it's not like I relish the idea of going back to my country, but there's nothing stopping me from returning.
It's kind of different in Draconolis. There's an active war going on,
Always going on.
for as long as anyone can remember.
Well, Thalin Hind isn't that different.
Really?
Yeah, we also got a bit of a war going on. Bit of a cold war, really. Most people will join the army. Not really getting drafted, but it's kind of a social norm to sign up. Both of my parents served. I didn't really want to fight a war that wasn't being fought, so I left.
Better than fighting the war that is being fought.
Yeah. Well, probably would have been. Regardless, I joined the army here anyway. I mean, to be honest, turned out well for me. Being a dwarf, I rose the ranks quickly. Can deal with a lot more than a human can.
Yeah, funny that. Figure I'd get the same if I actually tried, but hell if I'm doing that.
Yeah, they don't quite have the right ideas in this country.
Yeah, seriously. Parties are all over the fucking place. It makes no sense.
That's your problem with these guys?
One of many. I don't give a shit what they do as long as they leave me alone, but they don't even do that.
Well, seems to me like as much as you want to be left alone, you're here by choice, aren't you?
Sorta.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of glares at Till. My home got burned down because of these fucks. He points at thumb at Till.
Okay, that was not my fault.
Not you, but all of you.
What was stopping you from staying back a few cities, a few towns?
Jack shit to do and nowhere to go.
You can
Like hell, I
keep
was
up this
living in
bravado all you want. You want to be here.
Well, you guys are a fucking trouble magnet. I look at Talitha.
She takes a sip of her drink. She doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Fucking trouble magnet.
Quit your whining.
Speaking of which, do you guys think we're going for the crabs tomorrow or too high profile?
I don't see why we shouldn't do it. It's on the city outskirts, so I doubt it'll get a lot of attention.
The screaming might.
Who's screaming?
Who do you think? I just kind of like nod towards the rooms. The kid you're protecting.
Look, he's got his flaws, but he's a strong lad. He can hold his own.
He could take more than the usual halfling, that's true. But he bites off way more than he can chew on a regular fucking basis.
Actually,
That he does.
I did want to talk to you two about Atlius.
Welcome, like, raises an eyebrow.
Do you really think hurting him like that all the time is going to help him?
I learned from
Don't
experience
get-
real quick that he doesn't learn any other fucking way.
What if
The
he
kid has a
snaps one
habit of-
day?
The kid has a habit of blindly stumbling, and sometimes he just needs a little something to snap him out of it.
Yeah, not being hit though.
Sometimes that's the best fucking thing you can do. I ever tell you about the time where I literally held him up by his fucking head when he pissed me off? He just grinned right in my face. Is he really that stupid?
He can be.
Seriously?
Well, listen, I wouldn't call him stupid. I would just say he can be, perhaps short-sighted, or he gets carried away easily.
That's an understatement.
Then you see that he isn't changing with what you've been doing to him. He's staying the same. Maybe another approach might do something else.
No, it's actually been working. It got him up the stairs, didn't it?
I'm sure any other means would have got him up there, but I don't think it's right for him for you to do that.
Oh, that may be so, but it's not like I'm his parent. I'm just trying to keep him alive.
Told me that he lived in some kind of tavern as a waiting boy or some shit. Is that true?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, well, I never saw his home, but yeah, from what he's told me, he would alternate between his parents' tavern and a tower of sorts, where he learned from an astronomer.
Yeah.
DBZ abridged.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just saying that. Also, doing it in public might not be a good thing, because people could think he's just a kid and you're just hurting him.
Oh,
I
just
mean-
shrugs.
I don't give a shit.
Blocky's just gonna facepalm very, very slowly.
It's not like I actually kick him through walls or anything.
Are you telling me that most people wouldn't disapprove of most of the things that we're doing?
I disapprove of it.
What do you suggest?
I suggest maybe I can try something.
Well, be my guest.
It's just that I've seen things that are not really exactly like the situation, but somewhat similar. And usually it only makes the person worse. Find ways around it to maybe even snap and hurt one of you two if you do too much. This could be
Listen,
scarring him.
I'm no parent. I'm just a soldier that's trying to keep a kid alive.
Maybe that's what
Is-
he needs, though.
His
As a parent.
development is good. It doesn't matter how he develops if he gets fucking killed 20 days from now. That's the problem. I wouldn't give a shit if he actually knew how to, like, look ahead at all. But he fucking doesn't.
He doesn't know better.
I've met a lot of
Which-
kids who fucking do.
You're right, he doesn't know better, which wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't in the situation that he is.
Then
The
we
kid's
teach
on
him.
borrowed time.
I will see what I can do. I've done this before. I had to learn quickly. I'll see if I can teach him the ropes. I don't know if he'll learn, but
You can be my guest.
just for right now, I'll be his responsibility. If he does something wrong, you can blame it on me.
Fine, you'll be his fucking parent. You're gonna teach him how to be, what, fucking sneaky? Lie? Shit like that? Be subtle? I'm telling you, that is a terrible fucking idea.
I'm still protecting Atlius.
That's fine, but for right now, don't physically hurt him. For my sake.
Honestly, ever since the mountain, everyone threatened him.
I give no promises.
And with that, Locke is just gonna go up and try to find Atlius.
As Locke walks away, he's probably writing in his journal in our room.
I'll try to go find him, thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Locke, you wander upstairs to go looking on Atlius. Atlius, what are you doing?
Dan, if you're there, you're muted.
D-Rab, you're muted, buddy.
Right. It's nighttime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are in late evening now, getting close to night.
Oh, getting close to night, so you don't see the stars yet?
The stars are starting to peek out, yeah.
Okay, he's just at the window waiting with the blank page open. Ink and quill. He doesn't notice you come in because he's 7. 7 passes.
Is the door locked?
Oh,
You know
No,
what I'll say
he's
with
not
his
wise
7
enough to lock the
passive
door.
with his wisdom, he wouldn't have locked it, no.
Alright, I'm
no,
just gonna...
he wouldn't lock it because he expects Welcome to come in and he won't.
Alright, I'm just gonna open the door. Do you have time, Atlius? It's kind of
What?
important.
I turn around, expecting Welcome, but see him.
I want to like
Hi-
pull up
hi.
a chair or like a stool and just sit next to him.
What's going on?
What do you think of Archon and Velcrum and what they do to you?
What do you mean?
You know how sometimes you mess up, right? And their first instinct is to, what do you think about that?
Oh, like the tap that they do?
It's not really a tap, but yes, sure.
I mean, he scrunches up his face, thinking about it. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to. They're just telling me that was like that was like a slip up. That's all.
In my opinion, you do make mistakes, but that isn't your fault. At least most of the time. But what they do to you, I don't approve of. I don't like what they do.
Okay, let's talk to them about it.
I have. And I was wondering, since I know you don't know me that well, and I don't really think you have good favor of me, would you like me to teach you?
What?
So, just whatever, I suppose, since what I deal with is mercenary stuff. The very basics, I suppose. How to handle situations. I just don't want to see you hurt by them. If they are hurting you.
I look out the window. How long will this take?
I don't know, but do you care what they do to you, Atlius?
A bit?
What do you mean by that?
Like, I've been thinking recently about getting them to stop. But that's more of a me thing. So I guess this is again another one of those fortuitous timings, what Welcome would say.
I mean, would you like to go down there? They're both down there right now.
Oh, they say that stuff in public? No thanks. I'll
Is-
tell them in private. Or when they try and hit me again. Whatever.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Well, okay. Maybe something is wrong, but it's just the whole events that led up to earlier today. That's all.
Do you still blame yourself for what happened?
I try not to.
But is that the main concern you have? Or is it something more than that?
I don't know. I don't know.
But, Atlius, I know that they have had hard lives, and what they're doing to you, they think is justifiable, but you've also been through a lot. Maybe not as nearly much as them, but it still means a lot to you, though. And that's something I can see. And I don't know, or I don't even think that you want my help with this. But I don't want to see this play out as it's been for quite some time. What's happening is very, very just unhealthy for you and for them.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that what you're going through is equally as hard as what they're going through, because you both have different ideas of what is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. And I just don't want to see them look down on you all the time and physically harm you all the time, because I can tell that you don't like it and that it hurts you. And you're going through your own thing in your mind and blaming yourself, and that isn't helping you. And that's why I'm here. I'm offering my help if you need it.
Well, it's not really a competition, is it? Kind of tucks in his chair to sit at his desk. It's not so much about like pain being equal or whatever. But I don't know, maybe a part of me wants to get hit by them. It's easier than actually having to think through it all.
They want to help you. That's their ultimate goal. You need to tell them how they can help you, or they won't know. And it won't get better.
It's not like Archon was to help. Welcome, sure.
Archon does care. I have met people similar to him. I'm from...
No, he doesn't.
Ollie.
He cares as much as he cares for, like, a person that's just around.
I know he tries his best to hide it. I know that he's very good at it. But this is my job after all. I've been trained to find and to understand people. And I can see through him probably easier than anyone here. He does care. He's probably just been hurt in the past like you have. And he doesn't want to show that he does care because he's scared to be hurt. To be looked down upon. Because of that.
Dumb.
It is dumb, but that's how sometimes people live. They don't know any better. They're scared, and you going through this, you being willing to go through this shows that you are strong, but you need to help him as much as he needs to help you. Both of you are going through struggles almost the same. And you both need each other to grow better.
My house didn't burn down. His house did.
Both of you are scared, though. They are willing to take the pain, but not the emotional part by it. And they don't want to open up to people. But I can see both of you. You two are very similar, maybe with different circumstances, yes, and different situations, but both of you do need each other, and I understand if you're not willing to accept that, nor do you have to believe me when I say this, but I think that you two need to understand this before either of you can grow and be stronger.
This isn't like one of those stories, Locke.
That's the hard part. It's real life. It's going to be a lot harder. And you don't have
Go on.
You don't have to listen to me, as I've said. It's that I do care for you both. I care for everyone in the party. I don't know why, but all of you are
Get paid
each
to care.
25 gold isn't enough to deal with. You guys, trust me. But I've seen what you've all been through, and I've been through very similar situations as all of you've been, and something inside of me is just saying that what is going on can't just happen. I don't want to see you guys go down the path that I've been on, or even worse.
Okay.
I do care, and I've never lied to you, Aldius. I never will. And what I'm saying is from the heart when I say that I do care for you all, and I do think that you two need to talk. And he probably won't want to listen to anyone, but I think one day he will understand what he has done. And trust me when I say this, I think he hates himself more than he hates you or anyone else. He doesn't have any ego to speak of. He has confidence in his abilities, barely, but he doesn't think he's worthy to have love. or anything like that.
Gee, sounds like a soap play.
It kind of is. But it's the simplest way I can put it. Hiyori was the one who reached him, but she had to go. And now I'm hoping to probably fill in the gap. Not as good as she could, but similar, yes.
Well, you're both dragon people, right? So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes,
Sure,
but
it'll be fine.
he doesn't need me. I can help mediate it, but I am not what he needs to be better. I think you are.
He gives you that confused look where he thinks you're joking, and one of his eyebrows is raised, like, really? And he scoffs off to the side. Thanks for the speech, Locke, but I think I have to do my nightly work now.
Good night. I hope you sleep well and think about what I said even a little bit.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Alivor, what are you doing? Did you decide to do anything with this night?
Oh, he's in his room.
Just in his room? Okay.
Brooding.
Well, I will say...
Furiously masturbating.
No,
Sword.
brooding.
Playing.
Quality time with his sword.
This is a white knuckle grip.
Okay, alright, okay.
Hey, anyways, guys, with that, though, I'm going to say let's go take a 10-minute break. I got to use the washroom and stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry if that was a bit much. I didn't expect it. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
that was good. I loved it.
I hopefully I got it right.
Hey, so as you guys, for the purpose of this, guys are waking up in your next morning. I don't know who slept with who. You didn't work out your sleeping arrangements.
I'm with welcome.
Sounds like Locks with me.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
So we have the 2 dragons, the 2 short ones, and the 2 elves.
Right?
Boom, done, easy.
I did kind of want to talk to Arkham, but I'll be nice and be like, nah, I'm good.
We can do that during, in text, yeah?
That's fine.
you guys will have chances to still
They
chat.
fucking.
But for the purpose, they
I swear to God. I will throw all of you through a wall.
I ship it.
You
God.
ship everything.
I do.
You're shipping a married kobold, apparently.
But you don't know.
Hmm.
Grim, I have something terrible.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna say yes.
Oh my god.
Cam, I swear to God.
Whatever terrible
Look,
thing
You can't open yourselves up to
yes.
bullshit and not expect it.
Wait, Cam, what if Locke's the top?
Look, you know what? I'm standing by it.
How would that be hidden?
That's definitely in Audrey's book.
If Locke's the top,
Well, Locke would be, yeah. I could
It's just
see
a
it.
hamster and a banana.
Here's the thing, though. Would Archon be a bottom?
Yes.
I mean, he'd crush anyone who's under him. So yes.
No, this is why we find you a good partner in Zoolandias.
Yes.
I like how quickly this got derailed.
gosh, yeah, I know.
I hate all of you.
Anyways, as you guys wake up the next morning, gathering your supplies
Good
and
God.
stuff, what are you guys doing here?
Talk
Well,
to
I'll get ready and wait for everyone just to head off to the ice crabs, I suppose.
and talk to Alivor and try to convince him not to want to go to Draconis, whatever
Yeah.
that country's name is.
Which one do we want to get to with first?
I mean, we can do it on the way there. It takes a while to get there because we have to go by boat.
Nano, what do you feel like? Oh, we have to go there by boat? I thought they were just on the outskirts of the city.
No,
No,
that was
the
in
ice
the
crab
there's-
thing.
Oh, they're on an island?
They're not on
Okay.
an island, guys. The thing was they are on the coastal line, but it is a ship you have to do to get there.
Go on a ship. We're going on a ship.
Huh. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I guess we could do it then.
Yeah, is Nana okay with that? Or do you want to wait to do this?
Yeah,
Or
I hope you're in
are
the
you
mood for it.
okay?
I'm confused what you want to do.
You want to talk to Alivor? Are you okay with us talking to Alivor?
It's gonna be about the Draconalis thing.
That's fine.
You sure?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want a hug?
I'm good.
Okay.
I want a hug.
Okay, I can give you a hug, my dude. Let's
Well,
go.
Hell
fuck
yeah.
you.
If you want a hug too, I can give you one as well.
No,
too hot.
only one or
It's too
the
hot.
other. Mutually
It's too-
exclusive hug.
It's too hot in Australia to give a hug, to be honest.
Alright,
Too hot to
let's-
give hugs, damn.
Yeah, let's go to Alivor.
Anyway, so as
Real
you guys come down for breakfast to discuss what you plan to do with your day.
Welcome waddles down in his full chainmail and everything already.
I'm
Shit,
sure
looks
we'll
like you're
behind
ready.
him.
Well, don't have much else to do today.
You're right.
I just hope the sun isn't too bright today. It's going to be a pain to fight things.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's well-needed coin, so
Archon, do you want me to talk about it first, or do you want to introduce the subject?
Well, I guess y'all are here.
Matches.
Yeah, let's not do it here. Other
Alright.
people are nosy.
Maybe.
Alright, so where the hell are these ice crabs anyway?
Apparently they're on
What?
the coastal thing.
yeah, seems like we have to take a ship to reach them. Shouldn't be a long journey.
So we're going to be
Perfect.
stuck in a closed encompassed space together.
You could stay on the
So-
deck. Get some lack of sunlight there.
Yeah, I don't want the sun. It's gonna hurt me. But it feels weird though. It feels like I'm like a vampire, but like a discount vampire. Do you know what a vampire is? Probably don't.
What?
What?
Like a discount vampire.
Just
But
if the
then,
sun doesn't
at the same-
hurt you, you're just blinded by it.
I know. I'm
Just used to dark places.
yeah. I'm just saying. Thought it'd be funny to say that, but I guess not.
You're not gonna get many places that aren't gonna be bright and sunny during the day.
Well, it's
Sucks to be
sorry.
you.
It does actually. Thank you for noticing, Archon. How very sweet.
He rolls his eyes.
See, he doesn't care.
Would you say this out loud?
I said it under my breath.
Would I hear that?
I'm just
I
sitting
mean,
next to
you can roll a
Welcome and
perception
Arthur.
check, I suppose.
If
I'm
anything,
across the
but-
table from you.
Nah, given the... If it's under his breath, I don't know if any of us would hear. More of a
Yeah.
whisper.
Alright.
Alright, I'm tired of waiting. What boat do we have to get on?
I would know which boat and stuff from the
The
guild, right?
request was given to you by a specific person. You guys are supposed to head down to the docks and looking for a halfling man named Panric.
Alright, I'll just relay that to the party.
Oh, good, more halflings.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Don't be racist.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just don't tell anyone else that we're slavers, alright, Otlius?
Welcome.
Okay.
That's not going to help the
Now
situation.
he's like, obvious has got that like, eyes roll back to the back of his head, kind
Yeah,
of eye
you
twitch
can tell that,
happening
like,
when you said that.
Yeah, you can tell Welcome wasn't saying it to be, like, mean. He was just saying it as a joke.
Yeah. He responds accordingly.
Welcome. I don't think that's going to help with anything, even though it was done in kindness.
I don't
It's
know.
not gonna hurt
I agree
either.
with what he said.
Let's just go. And he like slides his chair.
No point dallying.
Gets up. And on the way over there, I will kind of just generally be keeping an eye out, just scanning the crowd for anyone who might be following us.
Yeah.
Me too.
Welcome will, yeah, Welcome's gonna point it out to Locke and be like, just, you seem like you're good at spotting things. Keep an eye out for people following us. Seems to be a problem in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
I'm
people
gonna-
of wealth.
Telltale have her hood drawn up.
Okay, so
I'm
you guys-
gonna summon Lu, but instead of keeping an eye out for all of us, I'm gonna send him to keep an eye out for the Lord and his guard so we can steer clear.
Okay, roll me a lose perception or advantage.
Yep. Come on, Lu. Okay, sheet. Perception. Another one. 11. Hell yeah, Lu. You got
You don't notice anything in particular with Lou. Lots of people walking around, foot traffic. You see city guards everywhere. Nothing that would indicate someone watching you in any sort of way.
cool. He just keeps flying up there.
Who's else? I'll take 2 more perception checks for looking for people following you.
I can do it.
So is
I could as well. Okay.
That's Alivor.
Elevor, you guys do not notice anybody particularly following you at the moment. Streets are fairly quiet this early in the morning as you make your way down to the docks. You see a bunch of dock workers. You do not catch sight of any shadowy figure like you had before, though. Oh, okay. Well, I'll
Okay.
set things up with the docks then, and then we'll call her quits for the night, since I also might have to
Sorry.
get off. That's okay, Aries.
Alright.
that's alright.
Okay.
That's fair. Good night.
But we'll set up for what the mission for next week. So, anyways, as you guys move towards
Yeah,
the
sounds good.
docks,
Hmm.
you guys come across what you see. You look over and you see what seems to be ships and such. And after asking around for a bit to find the port, you do find out that the halfling you're looking for is by the southern dock sides. The party makes their way there, and as you walk down through the areas with the smell of the ocean and such, you find this fairly small fishing boat, kind of just at the side, and you see this tiny, odd little halfling man just kind of tucked away underneath the boat, like his body's kind of covered underneath a blanket and nets as he's kind of rummaging around.
Right.
Excuse me? Are you the one with that job out?
Who's that? And you see this, as he kind of pops up from the bank, you see this gray-haired halfling pop up. He's got like a fisherman spear in one hand, and he's got like a fishing net on the other hand. As you guys look at him, as he goes looking over at you, he's an older gentleman, definitely in the later part of his prime. But you do notice an oddity about him is, apart from his halfling size, he has to seem to have an odd arm on him made of wood.
Oh my god,
Kind
the
of like
peg arm.
glance at it.
Hmm.
Sorry, we just came from the guild. Got a job about hunting some ice crabs.
Oh, you hired for the job I'm hiring you for, hey? Helping me go out for get the big game. And by the way, if you're curious,
That we are.
this is his picture.
Did it say in the notice if we had to capture them alive?
We're just hunting them because they're delicacies.
Yum.
Okay.
Ensign will probably pick him up later.
Good to have some strong hands helping me get down there and find a bunch of great little fishes. So, you ever gone hunting these to see the ocean crab before there?
Well, not the crabs specifically, but I've done a small amount of hunting in my time.
Hmm.
Kind of looks at your party up and down. Well, it's a bit dangerous, hence why I needed a few hands here. Last time I went out, it didn't go so well, and as he puts his arms up, he just kind of waves the wooden arm in front of you.
Oh,
Well, I
God.
assure you, we are a capable bunch.
Does
Are
he
we
have
supposed
full
to-
range of... Sorry, does he have full range of motion with that arm? Like, does it move independently?
It's not really motion. It's kind of like the shoulder kind of. It's just it's down from the elbow down. So it's just
Got
kind of
it.
like picking up his arm and kind of moving it like with the centrifugal force of just moving his arm up to make the wooden arm move.
Okay.
But
So
is
it
it
isn't
like,
enchanted or something. Alright.
and it's only like locked in one position?
Yeah, it's got kind of a lock. You can come move it around with some versatility, but it's not like an enchanted wooden arm. You gather if he had money to make an enchanted wooden arm, he probably wouldn't need to help finding frickin' people to get fat, to help him get crabs.
I bet he jerks off with it.
That sounds uncomfortable. Anyway.
Talk about splinters.
Yeah, right, well, yeah.
Well, if you're all
Are we
ready
supposed to capture them alive?
No. We don't need to capture them alive. Dead's just plenty good. We just need to get enough of them to sell back here for a good profit. Help me get the
Ah,
crabs I
dang.
need, and it's 100 gold.
How many
Oh.
are
Sounds like a fair
thinking?
deal.
Let's see here. He starts working on. We'll need about 300 pounds.
How much does a single crab usually weigh?
That's
I
good.
know they're quite large.
I guess that depends on which crab we get.
Oh.
The major ones they are about they're roughly the size of me and your little other halfling friend over there. They weigh about roughly 50 to 60 pounds. The big ones, if we find a king, that's different.
They have a
Hmm.
crab king? Cool.
This will be easy then.
Yeah, well,
And
ready
so
when
the
you are.
damage doesn't matter?
No, as long as we can retrieve the bodies after we crush them, we can put them on the boat and take them out. The meat will be saved up, and then we'll be able to sell it over here in the port.
Okay. I look over at Welcome. So, I thought we were gonna have to capture them alive, so I didn't prepare magic missile today. But I still have.
I never mentioned having to bring them in alive to you.
Oh yeah, but I thought because it was gonna be delicacies, right? So like,
Kid,
I thought that maybe
Yeah.
they'll be like, okay. But I do
doesn't
have my
matter.
fire sphere spell and my I make your brain hurt spell.
Yeah, well, maybe we don't want to cook them before we can sell them, so...
Okay. I can put them to sleep or make them be scared. Crabs can get scared, right?
Look, kid, it's alright, let's just head out.
Okay.
We'll deal with that when it comes to it. Just try not to cook them alive.
Okay, try not to cook them alive. Got it.
Y'all ready to get on the boat then? He says as he kind of pushes this little diggy boat out into the ocean.
Will it
How-
even fit all of us?
How small is it?
It'll fit all of you. It's not like a rowboat size. It's still like 30 by 10.
It's like a small yacht.
Okay.
Yeah. The 30 by
Right,
10,
yeah,
30 by
well-
15 style thing, right? It's enough to
Ready
fit all
when you
7
are.
of you. Oh, well,
I'll,
then, let's get going.
Gingerly get on the boat. Never really had my sea legs.
Me too.
I'd like to roll for seasickness.
I am a poor swimmer.
So as you guys get on the little boat, he puts up the sail. As you guys start going, well, everybody, I hope you're ready to get going. By the way, name's Panrick. What's all your lot's name?
Iden. Extend my
In
hand to
the
shake
air.
it.
He goes to pull out his left hand since his right one is made of wood.
Yeah, I would stick out my right one.
Or-
And what about the rest of you?
Lilith.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Sardine. Draco.
Really?
Bit on the nose, but it's apt, don't you think?
I got a lot of words about it, don't you worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
I still can't.
I'm sure your
Get
parents loved you
over it.
very much.
I kind of like, if the kid's actually laughing,
Yes.
I kind of like
Just like
You
trying
reach out
to
a hand.
stifle it, but it's not.
reach out a hand to flick, but I imagine like Fox giving me a fucking death
Locks,
stare,
probably,
so
like-
yeah, so I don't do it. I just hold it there for a few seconds before like pulling my hand back. But yeah,
I did say my name, but just
Yeah.
in case.
Well, then, if y'all ready to get going, I guess we can get on the ocean and get the move out. It's going to take us a few hours to sail out there and then find the critters.
Well, no reason dallying. Let's get a move on.
Guys load up on the boat. He pulls up the small sail on the boat as you guys start taking off into the ocean. And
So
moving out, going in the sail, the beaches, you guys spend several good 6 hour, it's about a 5 hour journey. So if you do wish to talk while you make your way out there, there's the boating rocking up and down of the sea.
I just look at the ocean. I try and lean over the boat to see if I can see any fish and stuff, but that's it really, unless somebody wants to talk to me.
Pan,
Hop on,
good
Ash.
question.
Oh, yes there, lass.
How do these crabs traditionally fight?
The smaller ones tend to grip onto your ankles or your face and just try to snip off parts of your body, while the big ones try to cut you in half.
Ah,
think of
Really?
like two blades coming together at the same time. It's kind of like that. They just
Like a
chop you.
guillotine. Guillotine,
Yeah,
or
that-
however you want to pronounce it. But, with legs.
do they ever try to pull people down or anything?
The large ones definitely will. The smaller ones probably don't have
Really
the ability
noted.
to do.
Well, we're going to be fighting them on the shore, are we not?
It kind of depends, honestly. They don't always go to the shore.
Well, fingers crossed.
Oh no, a sea fight? Cool.
I kind of glance behind me literally once or twice just to make sure no ships are following us. Literally just once or twice. While
Yeah,
everybody's-
Kind of not
Perception
outfitted
check.
for a bit of swimming at the moment.
I'll just stay in a boat and I'm sure we'll all be fine.
Well, fingers crossed that we don't have to fight on the boat. I won't be of much help in that case.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Just, kind of looks at the lot of you. You know what? I'm sure as long as we don't disturb the waters too much, everything will be just fine.
Well, that's inviting something.
But as you
Well,
guys,
No, go on, Sven.
no, you go.
I was just gonna say, well, at least this isn't an oversized vessel. Can be confident that we won't be disturbing too many of them.
That's the hope. On the other hand, we do have to bait him out too, so.
I'm sure we can
Shouldn't be a
find a way.
I'm sure we can too. And as you guys continue your 6-hour sailing trip, or not 6 hours, 3 hours of sailing, you guys make your ways. I'm going to end it there, guys, because my nieces just got here, so
Yeah.
All good.
we will call it there,
Okay.
guys. Sorry for the short game, obviously, but we will pick it up next week with the battle.
Hey.